essentially want to take on the risk or the onboarding risk.
That's exactly it. And traditionally, you had PayPal, which was really the original user of this model, and at that time, this whole aggregation model of being a master merchant was unknown, and so PayPal was doing something that no one had ever seen, including their back-end credit card processing acquiring bank. And as PayPal grew and grew and grew, and the volume was there, the acquiring bank partner essentially kind of forced to say, hey, let's support this model. And you now see someone like Square, who came into this space doing the same thing and used that ability to onboard customers to really grow so rapidly. And it's the primary reason why they were able to acquire millions of customers. And it showed that both of those companies are great. You also see Straight in the space. But to play in that kind of arena is very, very expensive. You need to spend $100,000, $200,000 upfront, and the same amount yearly with tax cost. So for the average software sales platform, going down this road of becoming a full-blown PayFac and facilitator is A, really expensive. B, it requires them to turn from being, what their platform is to also becoming a payments company. And that's well beyond most of those companies' desires to do. They just want to be able to accept payments in an easy way and not have to bring out a compliance officer and worry about risk mitigation and that exposure. So what's really happened is that we've seen companies come into the space that recognize that there's a gap. There's a gap between what's available and what merchants really need right now.
Yeah, and I did want to tap into that a little deeper now. So within that gap, what type of requirements do PayFacs at least have to invest in to be able to support this type of business?
Yeah, it's a good question. So the answer is it varies. In today's new options that are available in some of those service platforms, they range from basically saying, okay, let's just say it's a platform that provides a solution for plumbers to manage their business. And as part of it, they have a payments component. So the options range from saying, we just want to get our payments embedded and we want to go to market as fast as possible. And in something like that, this plumbing application is essentially coming underneath an existing PayFac and acting as a sub-merchant of theirs. And in doing so, it removes them from having to officially register as a PayFac. It can be something where they have no risk. They have no risk involved. It's not theirs at all. And all compliance, et cetera, is offloaded to the partner. So you have kind of this base model which lets them get to market, and really we see people go to market in 2 weeks with something like this, where they integrate, they offer the payment solution, and they're able to say to their clients, fill out this form, we'll have you processing payments in 15 minutes.
Right, and essentially the merchant of the record is the payment.
Yes, exactly, great point. So the merchant of record is their payment facilitator partner, and that's kind of your base. And now obviously, as you move from a base model to a medium to a full blown, there are going to be this give and take. As the ability to come on really, really quickly in the market. But there's a drawback, and the drawback is that your cost basis is going to be higher than if you was more risk and more expensive. So if you want to just get to market as soon as possible, and payment-related revenue is not the most important consideration, this is a good option for you.
That's a really good point. In regards to agile payments, I guess what regions are you guys working in? a broad term, but there's specific SaaS platforms that will cater more towards the PayFac, or is it sort of wide open?
Yes, yeah, again, really good question. So it varies, and this is this is why in a software service platform, many of them are good fits. If they have a payments component or considering adding it, this can be a good fit for them. But the rub is that you want to have or need to have, and I'll just say must have, you must have a large enough base that will generate enough